Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live. Thank you so much for joining us. Roger Stone's going to be in studio later. We're going to have live coverage tonight, starting at 7 o'clock Central and going for hours, of Trump coming to Austin, Texas. And we'll have the communists outside whenever they're up to. We'll also have crew inside and, of course, some surprises as well. Coming up this evening, 7 o'clock Central. Many of our radio affiliates now pick up the TV show. I never thought of that. I was doing a TV show to get on television, and I do a radio show that's /TV for the internet that's 3 hours long and live. Well, now 4 hours that you're watching and listening to right now. But then I started doing the nightly news a few years ago, 4 years ago, and stations started calling us saying, hey, that's really good radio too. We want to pick that up. So I know that more than 50 of our affiliates actually are picking up the hour-long nightly news. So really exciting. And a lot of them take our live coverage of debates. They take our election coverage. It's really crazy. I'm telling you, if we went 20 hours a day live, it would change the world. The problem is I don't have the capital, the crew yet. But more and more, I am thinking about doing something like that just because there's so much news, so much analysis, so much happening. I could get a crew of maybe, I don't know, 10 more crew members and 10 more on-air hosts and just have each person do an hour or so a day of live analysis and just coverage that's teleprompter free, and it would get picked up everywhere. And I think that's really where we should just go. We're obviously going to get into the latest on the economy, the latest on medical tyranny here in the United States as the system moves for forced inoculations. The administration saying that for every 1,000 Muslims they bring in as refugees, they might bring in a couple Christians. That trend is continuing as well. But the first thing I want to do is debunk Hillary Clinton on her claim that it's a conspiracy theory and that it's illegitimate to come out and question her health. The Democratic Party made a really big deal out of John McCain's health in 2008. And quite frankly, I think that that was probably legitimate. John McCain has some serious health problems and was hiding them. But just like they had some legitimate criticisms of Bush's lackluster response to Katrina, when Obama didn't even show up for 6 days and Hillary never showed up, that's a big deal, especially when they're criticizing Donald Trump. So there's a double standard. And I'm about to prove that she didn't open that container of pickles on Jimmy Kimmel Live last night. But first, let's go to Google's own admissions. This story's on Infowars.com, just to illustrate the fraud that happens on a daily basis. Google hides Clinton body count search suggestions. They admit they've done things like delist Trump during key parts of the election cycle as a presidential candidate, period. It goes on and on and on. So that's the latest article today. Don't want people to investigate the deaths, the mysterious deaths, and the Democrats have hired a big PR agent to deal with this, and they're interfacing with Google. Another report. Trump defeats Hillary in a poll. Monmouth amends it to give Hillary the victory. Oh, they said, oh, well, that can't be right. Let's go back and fix this. Poll weighed 29 Republicans to 33 Democrats to let Hillary win. Now, let's give it to Monmouth. They didn't had 15% more Democrats than Republicans like Reuters and others have done, but simply astounding. Now, since you saw those two little pieces of fraud, don't forget that we've seen Jimmy Fallon come out and push the Trans-Pacific Partnership as if it's trendy and cool with Obama. They're trying to use entertainment to push things that wouldn't be palatable in a real news format of even half-educated or informed people. So last night, we got treated to her going on the program. And we're going to play the full clip here in a moment. And Jimmy Kimmel reaches over and takes her pulse and then makes a joke about it. And she talks about the wacky, kooky way she's being attacked. She doesn't have any health issues. Hoping that the audience isn't aware of the fact that they've had dozens and dozens of top brain surgeons, neurologists, you name it, some of which are even Democrats, go on TV and say she shows signs of neurological impairment. They don't talk about the fact that the new WikiLeaks email has come out with Hillary looking to take Parkinson's medication and talking about how she couldn't get out of bed. This is in her emails. So they are engaged in a cover-up. We know that back in 2012, 2013, she spent basically a year in a hospital that specializes in brain surgery and brain tumors and neurological problems. And they admit she had surgeries for blood clots, but she's not released those medical records. Now, that said, all of that laid out here, and doctors coming out every day, and new videos of her stumbling and falling down and not being able to stand up and acting disoriented, looking like she's having many seizures. And our Secret Service leaked intel that she indeed has some serious neurological disorders, had to have her vehicles fitted with special systems that lower down to the ground so she can be basically lifted into the car. Despite all of that, they put her on an entertainment show like Jimmy Kimmel, and he takes her pulse, and then he opens, or she supposedly opens, a can of pickles. Now, I noticed this right away, and we blew the video up. There's no pop when she opens it, and she acts like she has to turn it all the way around like she's opening a can of peanut butter. But anyone who's opened a sealed can of pickled vegetables, whether it be tomatoes, whether it be garlic, whether it be olives, whether it be pickled fruit, knows there is a pop. You don't turn around it. You can't open a can of pickles that way. You pressure down and pop it open and then unscrew it. There's no pop. She acts like it pops at the end. This is completely and totally fake and scripted and all part of entertainment. So let's play the unedited clip to analyze it.
Speaking of rumors that have gotten started,
Yes.
there's now the new one is that you are unhealthy, that you had a concussion.
Right.
That Rudy Giuliani was on Fox News yesterday and today, and he's saying you seem to be sick, you look tired, et cetera, et cetera. Are you in good health?
This has become one of their themes. Here, you take my pulse while I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Make sure I'm alive.
Oh my God, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. What can I say? It's, back in October, the National Enquirer said I would be dead in 6 months.
Boy.
So with every breath I take, I feel like it's a
You have a new lease on life.
Yeah, a new lease on life.
It's funny,
I don't know why they are saying this. I think on the one hand, it's part of the wacky strategy. Just say all these crazy things, and maybe you can get some people to believe you. On the other hand, it just absolutely makes no sense. And I don't go around questioning Donald Trump's health. I mean, as far as I can tell, he's as healthy as a horse.
Well, his doctor said he had the best health medical examination he's ever seen in a human being.
Yeah, I saw that.
Can you open this jar of pickles? This has not been tampered with.
All right.
This
We'll
is...
go to full screen. Watch this.
Oh, you did get it.
That is totally fake. And notice she's wearing a lav mic. You would hear the pop of the can. Now, before I demonstrate this for folks, let's, and I'll describe this for radio listeners, let's do it in slow-mo. Let's go ahead and show this in slow motion. No, first let's show it blown up, and then we'll show it in slow motion. Here it is.
Oh, you did get it.
Total acting. And then she just lifts it off the top. That's not how you open a can of pickles. Now, we did some humor here. This reminded me of when the Ty Webb character in Caddyshack, 1980 classic, has, you know, the hot blonde over at his house, and he's got a half-eaten pizza out and 2 Perriers. He pours them together and tries to put the cap back on. I've actually done that myself years ago. Just kind of reenacting it in college, but it actually did do it. And comes over and acts like he's opening it, and it's just as fake as when Hillary does it. Here it is.
Oh, you did get it.
Well, hey, ooh. Yeah.
Okay, now we've got it blown up one more time. Seriously, you're watching this. This is not how you open a can, okay? And I've got 4 different containers here. I've already opened one earlier as a test just to make sure my memory was serving me correct. I probably opened 300 of these in my life or more, okay? And I've got different brands here. It's all the same. You pop them open. You pop them open. That's why if your hands are greasy, it's hard to do, or sweaty. You pop them. You don't turn them like it's peanut butter or jelly or something, or like you're opening up, you know, a can of fertilizer or whatever. It's popped. It's vacuum sealed. It's vacuum sealed. Okay, boom. See that? Pop. Now I'm dripping all over the mouse pad here. Excuse me. Don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. Now continuing. Here is a larger container of Vlasic. And again, now my hands are wet, just what I was talking about. This is not product placement. Again, you will notice you don't open it going like this and then it pops off. You open it by pressuring down and popping. Look at that. I can't even really get it open because my hands are wet. So that's how strong I am. But Hillary Clinton, good God. Look at that. I am so weak. Also hurt my hand last week. I am so weak. I can't even open this. This is real. This is really happening. Where's Hillary Clinton when you need her? I mean, I don't want to look like I'm not manly here. Sometimes you got to bang this up of a table. I guess we got one that was really tough. I can't. This might happen 1 out of 50. I can't even open this, but Hillary Clinton can. I mean, this is the level of bull we're dealing with here, okay? See it. There we go. So you have to pop it, ladies and gentlemen. You have to pop it. My hands were wet. Really on there, though. Let me try this one. This is a smaller Vlasic. Now the whole office can enjoy some pickles today. Continuing. I almost broke my hand a few weeks ago. Remember the whole trading punches with Weldon Henson, which I will not be doing again. I am not 20 years old anymore. I'm going to show you again. Can we zoom in on this to show people what Hillary did? She claims she went around, and then it just comes right off like that, but she does this whole fake like she's straining. In fact, let me copy Hillary Clinton real quick. Give me a wide shot. I'm making a Bernie Sanders sound. Going in a big circle, and then it comes off. They don't come off like that. They come off like pressure. Just open it. That's how they come off. Dripping more of this now. Since when do you open these? They drip everywhere. I guess these are filled to the brim. So there you go. I worked up a sweat there. And we can now take that video, edit it down for brevity, and put it out for folks, but leave the part in when I couldn't open it. This is just classic. This is so ridiculous. One more time with the Caddyshack clip as well, because, I mean, you can't watch it only once. Let's show Hillary with the staged opening of the can of pickles. Here it is.
Oh, you did get it.
Well, hey, ooh. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I was going to illustrate that too. We have a can opener. Look, all you have to be president now is to be able to open a container of water or be able to open a container of pickles. So basically, this is what it looks like when you really open up a bottle of water that's carbonated. Okay? Now, I just did that. That's what it looks like. Now, when it's fake, I would put this back on, just like that. Okay? I'm Ty Webb from Caddyshack. Reenacting Caddyshack is key. And then I'm trying to act cool to the hot blonde. I'm like, oh, baby, I got you a little fresh drink here. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, my gosh, I can't even reenact that. I put an act on. I'm better than Ty. Oh, look at that. Here, I'll have to reenact it with this one. Since I already ruined that time. This is live teleprompter free, ladies and gentlemen. This is not fake, okay? You know, we're actually trying to illustrate how it's fake, and it's even hard to do. Okay? There we go. And did too good a job here. Let me just, there you go. Hello, my darling. How are you doing? Would you like a fresh drink? Oh, whoa, there you go. So, I guarantee our ratings are skyrocketing right now. You know, just do the right thing, though. Can we please play the entire unedited Caddyshack clip when he's in there? We don't have it. Now, like in Saudi Arabia, they're arresting people that disagree with the government, calling it sorcery, and it's a death penalty, which I don't normally agree with. But I don't think if you don't have the full Caddyshack clip ready, that is the death penalty. We do have it? Okay, then you're reprieved. Here it is.
Much better now, though.
Here's an uncashed check for $70,000.
Keep it.
There's a bunch of them. And a summons.
It's yours.
Pretty pathetic, Ty.
Pathetic? Maybe you, Lacey. For me, there's a subtle perfection in everything I do. I have my own standards, my own way.
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Oh, yeah? Your uncle molests collies. And you're rather,
What?
attractive for a beautiful girl with a great body. Well, hey!
That's Hillary.
Yeah.
Oh, that's enough. Hillary is so incredibly powerful that she probably could just look at a can of Perrier. We went to the grocery store this morning. They didn't have it for some reason because it was sold out, so we got Topo Chico. Up there, check cashes. No, I'm serious. This is not product placement. And it just illustrates, we have all this incredibly serious news going on. We have Hillary caught in all these frauds. The missile secrets to China, 17, 18 years ago. The uranium deals 5 years ago to Russia that nobody else could could get for $35 million. All the corruption, all the lies, the emails, the administration she was part of, persecuting all these innocent people. But it's okay because they go on these TV shows and act popular and cool and funny and make jokes about people that question known liars. Oh, and we're going to edit that whole train wreck that you just saw or heard 10 minutes ago together into a shorter piece to illustrate how we caught her lying, how there's no pop when you open up the container of pickles. And just add this little point onto that. We should play, just because we mentioned it, the Down with TPP clip. Because that really makes me sicker than this. Here's the TPP handing over our national sovereignty to shadowy corporate global groups. Secretly negotiated. The public couldn't even see it. It was already basically passed and agreed upon globally. And they just put Obama up there with some jazz blues singers. And he says he's down with TPP like, one of those rap songs. So it's cute and funny. This is making becoming slaves to global government funny, and it's not funny. Here's that clip.
Now hold on there, press dispenser. Are you saying you're down with TPP?
Yeah, you know me.
So it's cool, it's fun, it's cute. The lighting's perfect. It's all scripted. They're great actors, and they just screwed that audience hardcore. President, are you down with having a secretive global government group leverage out what jobs we've got left and exploit people with slave labor? The TPP actually doesn't outlaw slavery and actually makes it legal again. Are you for that? Yes, I'm down with that. All right. It's a very, very serious subject, and I've gone over it now with a little bit of humor here. Maybe a little funnier if you're actually watching on television, but for radio listeners, obviously, the next few hours we'll have that clip of a live transmission posted up on Infowars.com. But they admit these exchanges are scripted, so it's a fact. Or you can believe lying, crooked Hillary. But getting back to some of the latest news that she says is a conspiracy theory, top doctor concerns over Hillary's health, not a conspiracy theory. Rutgers University professor of medicine says Clinton should be assessed by an impartial panel of physicians. What did Dr. Pachinik say on the show last week? Just that. Here's a new article up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com that everybody needs to get out there. WikiLeaks emails. Hillary looked into Parkinson's drug after suffering from decision fatigue. Wow. That is spooky deceptive, wrote Clinton. Or that is spooky descriptive. Excuse me, I'm having a Freudian slip about what I really think she thinks. Emails released by WikiLeaks show that Hillary Clinton looked into a drug used to treat sleepiness and Parkinson's disease after she apparently began suffering from decision fatigue. Oh, boy, her own email. She has decision fatigue. That's exactly what Donald Trump's been saying. She goes out, gives us a 10-minute speech, disappears for 3 days, napping. And they come out and they say, how dare you claim that this lady doesn't have stamina? We're not saying there aren't women that have more stamina than men. In fact, a lot of old women have more stamina than old men, in my experience. Case in point, my grandmothers. Women live longer than men. No one's saying that. We're saying Hillary Clinton looks like she got run over by a bus. And half the time looks like a crew of insane monkeys did her hair. I mean, she all the time she walks out and just looks all bedraggled. What is going on with this woman? They're getting her out of bed. She has to run off. A guy follows her around with a pen in his hand that basically injects you with different types of tranquilizers. They won't tell us what type. Incredible. Clinton sent an email to close confidant advisor Cheryl D. Mills on August 9, 2011. This is 5 years later, folks. Now, she looks like hell now. Featuring the text of an article entitled, Do You Suffer from Decision Fatigue? The article talks about how people in positions of power and influence suffer from decision fatigue that causes them to be low on mental energy and promotes the sufferer to become reckless and impulsive. And it goes on to say it can also treat Parkinson's. But there's nothing going on here. There's nothing to be seen. Go back to sleep, everyone. I'm going to stop right there, and we're going to come back and get into this article that has been put up by the Daily Caller. Joe Biggs shot a video on it. It's on Infowars.com. U.S. Army slide lists Hillary Clinton as a security threat. We'll also get into the latest Uma Abedin, that's Hillary's girlfriend that runs the Radical Muslim Journals, where it says that women should basically be kept inside like parakeets. Huma, but it's okay because she's trendy. Huma Abedin left classified material unsecured in the front seat of her car. That's okay. Trump calls for independent investigation of Clinton email crimes. Giuliani says Clinton Foundation is a racketeering enterprise, took money from criminals and dictators. But before I go any further, my friends, I have to remember to breathe, folks. I'm so fired up here on air. I want to just remind you that this special will end tonight because we have to hold some back for folks that are signed up for AutoShip. By the way, you get 10% off additionally on any discounts when you are signed up for AutoShip at InfoWarsStore.com. And you also get 20% off on Living Defense until it ends today. And it's scores of different herbs and plant extracts that are known to cleanse your body of harmful organisms, parasites, you name it. Take advantage of that today. And you can also order some of the other products while you're at it, like Hillary for Prison. And we also have some other specials running, like get the Amerigeddon film for $19.95 exclusively at InfoWarsStore.com. And you can get a free bottle of colloidal silver or 3 of my DVD films free. So you get 2 of the films, you get free colloidal silver or 3 of my films free. Great for your archive, great to donate to the library, great to share in the info war. So Amerigeddon available exclusively at InfoWarsStore.com. InfoWarsLife.com is the subsection where you can also order or call toll-free 888-253-3139, and you make it all possible. This is teleprompter free. Sometimes transcendent, other times a train wreck. Always informative. We're selling a product, DNA Force, that is the very best nutraceutical that we can produce. Dr. Group, you took years for you to develop DNA Force for us.
It's been something that I've been working on for a long time, Alex, because I think it's very, very important. What the aging process is when the cell replicates, we lose a little bit of our telomeres. Telomeres are the little cups on the end of our chromosomes.
And when it runs out, you start dying.
We chose the PQQ because it has over 175 different clinical trials. It's one of the most effective substances in the world. It works like an antioxidant. It works to repair nerve growth factor.
So this is a formula to deliver the maximum amount. It's in powder form.
We have so many 5-star reviews. I take this. This is the product that I take.
InfoWarsLife.com, and the profit we make. We fight the globals. We fight the New World Order. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.